Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Airline UK freakouts on ArthurTV. First up, we're back at easyjet's check-in desk at Luton Airport. There's chaos at the sales desk as an overturned lorry has caused delays on the M1.
You still got 25 minutes, please.
Jatine, Lodia and Harry Shadedra have just missed check-in for their flight to Amsterdam after being caught up in the gridlock.
Please. Okay, if you don't listen to me, then I won't deal with you, okay? So it's up to you.
Yeah,
of course you can. Leo, would you like to come over and deal with these passengers, please?
You need to be here earlier to be able to check in for the flight. There's no physical wait. You'd have to be in here by 15:15.
Yeah, it's 15:15 now.
It's 20 past almost now.
It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That makes. We can't. I'm really sorry. We can't get you on it. We can't do anything.
The planes are leaving for another 25 minutes.
For EasyJet, customer satisfaction don't mean nothing, yeah?
No, don't. That's why it's so cheap.
For the 145 passengers we got on the aircraft.
Yeah, we'll be there before it takes.
That does not function for you.
No, it does function for my head.
Leo, listen, we'll be there before the plane takes off, so you won't be delayed.
It's final. I'm sorry, I can't keep
Leo,
discussing
you can do it, mate.
We
Come
can't
on.
get you on it.
Get us on the
We
flight.
can't get you on it. It's going to be £25 to go on the next one, which is at 19.25.
You know what?
Either that or you lose your whole ticket and then you have to pay again for a new
Who's your area
seat.
manager?
Sorry?
Because you don't look like you can do much, so who's above you?
Right, you boys are new to ArthurTV, so this is the first and final warning. Insulting St. Leo here is blasphemy. If you do it again,
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
I can give you an address to write to.
No, I want to speak to him.
Okay, if there's no one here now,
Just get us on
I'll
the
give you an
flight, Leo.
address.
We ain't going to be
I can't get you on
Leo,
it.
come here.
I'll double check. You can come around and let me double check.
I finished speaking to you yet?
but St. Leo has finished speaking with them. Also at Luton, there's confusion at check-in. Passengers Dave Schafier and Dave Breeger are off to join their wives for a weekend in Mallorca, but somehow Dave Schafier's name appears on the passenger list twice, whilst Dave Breeger's name isn't there at all. So to clarify, they're both called Dave, and we know how confusing that can get. Hey David.
You know, because I am my own boss, I can Burfield. I can wake up one morning and go, oh, I don't feel like working today, can I just stay in bed? Oh, I don't know, you better ask the boss. David, can I stay in bed all day? Yes, you can, David. Both me. That's not me in bed with another bloke called David.
There's been a screw up. You can see there's been a screw up because you put down the name twice.
The mistake on the reservation, okay, wouldn't have been an EasyJet thing.
Well, I'm saying it's not mine. It definitely wasn't my mistake.
Okay, you're going to have to pay for it if you want to get onto this flight.
No, you need to get hold of somebody and get it sorted.
EasyJet insists that all passengers fly under their own name, meaning one of the Daves is going to have to pay for a name change, but it doesn't come cheap.
To be honest with you, if you want to get this flight now, it will cost you £145.
No, you don't seem to understand. I have paid 2 seats. So what you're saying is if I want to, I've got to pay another £145.
That's correct, because it's been booked in the same name. We've got 2 bookings for the
who's
same
the other
passenger.
Mr. Schafier? I'm paying for the seat twice. I've already paid for the seat.
If you want to travel today, we've got 2 minutes. You will need to pay the additional £145.
I want to speak to the station manager before I make that decision. Before I make that decision, I wish to speak to your manager. Because we've both got the same Christian names. They seem to have made a screw up somewhere. So they said we've got to go over there, spend £145 for a name change.
There's a mistake on the reservation.
Exactly, thank you. You acknowledge there's been a mistake. Thank you.
Can we have that in writing? Can we have that in writing? You've made a mistake, and we'll give it a mistake. Give us. I want your written. I want both of you to write that you've made a mistake.
I'm trying to help you.
We're happy to get you out of the problem, and we'll give you the credit card.
Okay. We didn't make the booking, you made the booking.
The 2 Daves finally agree to pay, but while the argument continues over who's to blame,
we won't be able to accept you on the aircraft.
check-in closes.
Check with the
Now you take the money and we're not on the flight.
You have made the booking incorrectly. That is what the problem is.
We have not made the booking incorrectly.
On his ArthurTV debut, acting supervisor and wind-up merchant Aaron Story is laying down the law at Luton. Robert Galespi and his friend have missed boarding their flight home by just minutes, but Aaron suspects something other than frustration could be fueling his anger. Mr. Galespi, however, insists that he's neither drunk nor to blame for missing his flight.
What did you say to that, Ryan? Tell us. I can't swear it because he's going to say to me, you're not getting on the flight.
I said to you, okay, your flight's got a little delay on it.
Aye, go back to the bar. I says, look, it's okay if we go back. Aye, no problem.
I said you can go back, but look at the screens.
And where? In the bar? It's not in the bar and the beer.
There's no screens in the bar, sir.
Aye, I know. Forget it.
That is the last time I'm prepared to be sworn to by
Right, listen,
yourself.
I won't swear at you. I've dealt with them, looking. Right, end of story. We get up the road tonight.
I've offered you a flight to Edinburgh tonight, okay? You need to tone down your language, okay?
I'm not even swearing, listen. Fuck, I could. I'm not right, okay, right.
To be fair to Mr. Galespi, he doesn't seem that drunk. Aaron doesn't really seem to have the same calming aura that St. Leo has. Also, on a side note, I can't actually understand half the things that Mr. Gillespi's mumbling to himself, and I grew up with a Scottish grandfather, so if there are any Scots watching, feel free to let us know what he's saying in the comment section down below.
I'll be staying through in departures for the next couple of hours, and if I see them again acting in the way that they have been, then offloading straight away.
St. Leo is back, and he's got more bad news for Jatine and Harish.
There aren't any more seats this evening.
Huh?
There aren't any more seats.
For December 25?
No, the next one out is tomorrow morning.
What?
The next one out is tomorrow morning.
You just said there was.
There aren't any more seats. There's only about 2 seats left when you arrived at the desk.
But is there anywhere else, like easyjet?
No.
You telling me there's no way we can get a flight out of today? Come on, mate. Let's get me.
What was it that made you late getting here for the
Well, the traffic. That's got nothing to do with us.
That's got nothing to do with me.
At the end of the day, I'm going to get on that flight now.
You're not going to.
Mate,
if you swear, that'll be it.
Mate, the plane hasn't left
Look,
it. Come on, get off.
sorry.
You don't understand how much we've done to get here.
I do, and what I'm offering you is a
please.
transfer rather than having to buy a whole new seat again. There's nothing else, mate, that I can do for you
Tell
now.
them, like, you know, there's
I'll
the
check with
flight.
dispatch. You can listen to me check with dispatch.
We beg you.
May I have your attention, please? Could no trains coming from...
Hi, it's Leo. Can you just confirm the status of the Amsterdam?
Come on, mate, please.
Tell them our next flight starts tomorrow morning. Try and be a bit more simple.
So we've got nowhere to stay, man.
He's checking again now.
Actually already here on stand 6.
Ask him one more time. Just say,
I can't, please. Okay, cheers for checking.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Okay, you've seen me try, guys. There's really now nothing else I can do. If you want to get the flight tomorrow morning...
So what do you want me to do now?
It's up to you. There's nothing else I can do.
Don't walk away from me. I'm talking
There's nothing else. Alright, sorry.
And with language like that, it looks like they're not going anywhere.
I can understand the frustration when you come into an airport, you're running to get on your flight, you're really excited, think you're going to make it, and then you meet your brick wall, and it's like, you just end up going mad at them. But it's not actually going to get him anywhere.
Back in Luton, Dave's flight to Mallorca leaves in 5 minutes, and like an entitled mum in a midlife crisis, they want to speak to the manager.
Get him on this. There it is. Use it. Get him on it and use it. I insist. As a customer, a paying customer, I insist that you get him on that phone. Not in 10 minutes' time, when, oh, it's gone. I know I might look a bit stupid, but I'm not that stupid. I'll tell you to get hold of your manager. It's obviously something you're having difficulty doing. Get the station manager.
This is going to sound really, but I'm going to have to walk away from you soon because I've really just reached my limit of how far I can deal with this.
Manager. What part of get the station manager on the phone don't you understand?
Are you being rude to me?
No, I'm not being rude, but you're obviously having trouble understanding it.
Not having any of it, and I want to see someone now more senior and hope that it's going to change. I've assured them that will not change. Irrelevant of who they speak to, that is the policy and that's rigid. There's no way around it whatsoever.
Under pressure, Aaron finally decides to call his manager about the 2 Daves.
We've got a couple of passengers that Mr. Palmer that would like to speak to ASAP.
I'd like to talk to him on the phone. Okay, he's there now. I'd like to talk to him now on the telephone.
That's copied, Mike, thanks.
I want to talk to him before he puts it. Have you heard that? So he's obviously on his way, so he can phone you and he won't talk to me, he won't put the call to me. You deliberately would. You didn't even ask him. You didn't even ask him.
I'm not.
That's pig ignorance.
If you carry on like this, I'm going to get security.
He didn't even ask the question.
He's on his way.
But he's not here now.
No.
I want to speak to him before my flight leaves.
But just as the manager turns up, the plane's already heading for the runway. The Daves finally get to argue their case, but it's all too late.
The best they can hope for now is going tomorrow. But again, we need that decision quick, or else that flight's going to become full quickly and the price may increase even more, higher than the 145.
Mr. Galespi is now checking in for the later Edinburgh flight, but the eagle-eyed wind-up merchant has been keeping an eye on his movements.
They've already been warned not to drink, but it's come to our attention that they have been in the bar, taking a few down, so they're going to be denied boarding if they continue with this manner because it's not acceptable, you know. They can't they can't travel drunk. Are you okay now?
No, I'm not. Don't look. Listen.
Aaron's presence isn't helping the situation.
Your ass.
Listen to me now.
I'm no expert. If I want on this flight, if I don't want this flight...
I've warned you about your language, sir.
Right, see him. Look. See him.
They've both been drinking. One of them seems to have handled the alcohol better than the other. He's extremely abusive and disruptive, and, you know, I'm in a position to say that I'm not happy that he travels, full stop.
Excuse me, where do we go?
I'm not happy for him to travel.
Never mind it. Right, hey, where do we go?
If you swear at me, you're going to be offloaded. Can I have a look at your boarding card, please?
Aaron has had enough and he's decided to put his foot down. Without a boarding card, Mr. Galespi will not be allowed to fly.
That's no flight.
Over at the sales desk, hardcore Grease fan Nick Higginson has a plan that could save the day for Jatine and Harish. But there's a catch.
Definitely get you on a plane from Gatwick at 7:15. So it's either you can gamble and wait at Luton
So really,
see if
you
someone
lot asked me
cancels their flight.
to go all the way to Gatwick Airport right now.
It's either Gatwick
So really, I'll be travelling from 7 o'clock to get to Luton Airport. Now you want me to go from Luton Airport to Gatwick Airport.
If you don't want to go tonight, then I can stick you on a plane at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
No, we need to get there tonight.
Yeah?
Think I can do it?
Alright.
It's Gatwick or nothing for these boys, which means a 70-mile trip in the middle of rush hour.
Oh, like grease lightning.
What's worse is that they'll have to venture out onto the M1 where all their problems began.
Grease lightning.
Over at customer services, the two Daves have finally agreed to pay for an extra seat in the right name.
Are we happy to pay?
No,
I'm
we're
not happy to pay. You know full well we're not happy to pay.
I think blackmail probably comes
I think
into
it's
the situation.
outrageous.
No, that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary.
Do you want me to do this for you?
Alright, sorry about that. You going to take the money or what?
I will give it to you because I think it's very wrong. Okay? Can I see your confirmation, please?
It's £175.
No way. We agreed 145.
I made it clear to you, if I remember, it's
I gave you...
the price seat will go up if you didn't make that decision and you didn't want to.
I don't care how you do it, just sort it.
We can't sort it.
Let me know when you've done it. We're around there having a coffee. Come on.
Give me the card back. We can't sort it. If you want it, it's £175, it might go up.
Credit card back. I think I might go shopping at Harrods.
Aaron's laughing it up now, but little does he know the two Daves have gone to check the prices on the EasyJet website.
Price hasn't gone up, funny enough. Same price. But they want to charge us another 30 quid.
St. Leo has to admit that they got it wrong.
Yeah, 145.
Yeah. So hang on a minute, you just wound us up for nothing because you didn't do his job properly.
Honestly,
he wasn't doing his job properly.
Right, okay.
He screwed up.
Okay, that wasn't the
But
case.
that was our mistake as well, probably. Yeah, our mistake as well. It was £145, but it was a good wind up. So they've got us going again. Well done. I give you the card. Is that gentle enough for you? Can you manage that? We could have done this 20 minutes ago, couldn't we? Shame we didn't press the right keys. Maybe you made a mistake.
Please.
Maybe a mistake was
if you continue this, I'm going to ask you to leave the airport.
I'm going. Believe me, once I take my money, I'm leaving the airport. I promise you.
This is them just being, for whatever reason, difficult, unnecessarily difficult, when they could have actually quite easily got us on the flight at the time if they'd have wanted to.
There's ways in which to sort that out, and he did it the wrong way.
Over at departures, Robert Galespi is anxiously waiting to find out if he'll be allowed to fly.
It's difficult to say. I mean, one of them is fine, and the other one's an absolute pain. He's just got to calm his behaviour down. If he sorts himself out, then it won't be a problem. But he's just being rude and disruptive, and I don't want that to happen to anybody on board an aircraft in a confined space. So, I don't know.
Aaron decides to get a second opinion from his boss, who takes Mr. Galespi aside to judge whether he's fit to fly. But time is of the essence, as the flight is leaving in just 10 minutes' time.
Shocking the way we've been treated. Like a collie dog. I've got 2 sheepdog, 2 collies. Right, I treat them better than I was treated today. I'm walking, lapping at that guy's. Where are we going to? Where are we going to?
What is it with everyone in these weird impressions today?
Where are we going to? Where are we going to?
Like, you just end up going mad at them.
Okay.
I've had time to reassess the situation, and he's had a few coffees now, and he's sobered up somewhat. He's actually apologised for the way that he's behaved, which is good, because he's realised that he's made a mistake, and that's fine.
He's finally been given the all clear and with his friend begins the journey back to Scotland. Jatine and Harish conquered the chaos on the M1 and arrived at Gatwick just in time for their flight to Amsterdam. And the two Daves finally joined their wives in Mallorca a day later and £145 lighter. That is unfortunately all we have time for today. If you're enjoying the series, feel free to subscribe because there are plenty more airline freakouts to come. We're also going to have Saint Leo himself on the channel in the near future, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. As always, I'll leave the links to my Instagram and Twitter in the description, and if I'm not at my follower limit, I'll follow you guys back. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.